Hey there YouTube, what's up? This is Kyle again from Team Counter Logic Dueling. Today I'm going to give you a sneak peek into what Gishki Hieratics is going to look like. Hopefully this is a new idea. I haven't seen anything else like it, but I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. In this deck you're going to visit the concepts of tributing your monsters with the Gishkis and getting extra monsters out onto the field for exceed summoning with your Hieratics. So in this deck we'll first start with the Gishki part. First you have 2 Soul Ogres, 2 Mind August, 2 Gishki Beasts, 2 Abysses, or 3 Abysses actually. The Abysses are what let you search for the Gishki Shadows. It's 4-starred, lets you get your Gishki Aqua Mirrors out. The Gishki Beast is what lets you get the Gishki Abyss back on the field, and you get to search again for your shadows. Then you have 1 Hieratic Dragon of Gebeb. Pretty much if you overrun one of your opponent's monsters, then you get to special a Hieratic normal monster. Doesn't matter about the star level, just the dragon has to be normal. And if you tribute it, you get to special summon 1 Hieratic normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. This is what really lets Hieratics partner up with the Gishkis to really make this deck work. Next you have 2 Hieratic Dragons of Assets. You can normal summon this, even though it is a 5-star. You can normal summon this without tributing, but its attack goes down to 1,000. Be careful of this. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up dragon type normal monster on the field, and the levels of all current face-up Hieratic monsters on the field become the level of that monster. I'll demonstrate this effect later on in this video. Next you have 2 Hieratic Dragon of Nebthet. Pretty much Esset's little counterpart. You can't normal summon, you have to special summon him by tributing an Hieratic monster. If you do that, pretty much you're just going to get a free monster onto the field with the special of him, and then you can normal summon again and go into something else. That's really how this works. Gishki and Hieratic engine is really good from what I've seen. Today I tested it out and it beat the Chaos Dragons 3 times in a row. It was really good. So I'll show you how this works later on. But keep in mind, tributing with Hieratics just gives you more monsters. That's why this is so good. So we have these 4 guys right there. Then you have a Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. Pretty much it's like a Cyber Dragon for Hieratics, but it can't attack on the turn that it's special summoned if it's special summoned that way. Just like all other Gishki or Hieratic monsters, whenever it's tributed, you'll get to special summon a dragon type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and then its attack and defense become 0/0. For the Hieratics, whenever you get the special summon, don't even worry about your opponent getting piercing damage on them, because they're not going to be on the field long enough for your opponent to even hit those monsters. The idea is to get those monsters out and then immediately go into an exceed for them. Next you have 3 Hieratic Dragons of Su. This monster can be special summoned by tributing one Hieratic monster. Once per turn, you can destroy one of your opponent's back row by tributing a Hieratic monster from your hand or from your field. So that's a really good effect as well. And even if you tribute one of your other monsters, you can go into a different Hieratic normal monster and use that for material to exceed. So you have 3 of these. Then you have 3 Hieratic Seal of the Dragon, of the Sun Dragon Overlord. This is one of the most important cards in the deck. It's an 8-starred normal dragon monster, 0/0. You're not really worrying about the attack or defense. It's just to go in for the exceed. I'll show you all of that stuff in a bit. 1 Bright Star Dragon. When it's normal summon, you get to target one face-up monster on the field except this card and increase the target's level by 2 until the end phase. Also, it's a 4-starred light dragon beater. It has 1900 attack and 1000 defense. Secondly, we have 2 Watt-tail dragons. Besides it being a light 6-starred beater, also has pretty cool art. I'm pretty sure this is going to come secret, or I hope it comes secret in the Galactic Overlord release. This is just the sneak peek, so came common. Then we have 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's a level 8 light dragon, 3000 attack. Hopefully we'll be able to get it out. In this deck you actually get quite a bit of visits from him, and it's pretty cool. Also works really well as a sub for the Hieratic Seal of the Sun Dragon Overlord, and it's a target for all your other Hieratic monsters. Next you have a Seal of Banishment, also a Dimension Slice. These are also released from the Galactic Overlord, accompanied by the Hieratic Seal of Reflection. You have 2 of those. Those are your traps to help your Hieratic monsters on the field. Pretty much you tribute an Hieratic monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. That's for a spell, trap, or monster effect. Really, really good card. This can stop just about anything. It can hit Raikou before Raikou's effect activates. It can destroy BLS. It can destroy Chaos Sorcerer. It can get rid of Light Pulsar. It can get rid of Red Eyes Darkness, Metal Dragon, anything. It's just a really good card as long as you have Hieratics on the field, and I guarantee this works all the time because you constantly have Hieratics on the field because of what they do. Once you tribute the Hieratics, you get another Hieratic on the field. It's a pretty cool deck combo. Then you have 2 Hieratic Seals of Convocation. This is pretty much like a super Rhoda. It says add 1 Hieratic monster from your deck to your hand. It doesn't say anything about level, which means you can search for any level Hieratic. Amazing card. It's like a super Rhoda. I wouldn't be surprised if that came super or secret as well. Also, this card, Hieratic Seal of Supremacy. Special summon 1 Hieratic monster from your hand. You all know what that means. That's a free exceed if you have 2 of those, or if you have 1 Hieratic, you just special summon, then you go into another Hieratic, and you're set. Then you have 2 Swings of Memories. Special summon 1 normal monster from your graveyard, and it is destroyed during the end phase of the turn. You're not worrying about it being on the field by the end phase, because you're going to use this to go into an Exceed monster before you can even have it destroyed. Lastly, we have Dragonic Tactics, Enemy Controller, Card Destruction, Compulse Evac Device, and 2 Calls of the Haunted. Enemy Controller, you tribute your monster. You either change the battle position or take control of the selected card. You want to use this on your Heretics so you can tribute them, get the effect to go off, and then you get a free monster and you save yourself. Or you use Dragonic Tactics on your own Heretics, and then you get out 2 of the seal cards, or you can get out the Watt-tail dragons, Exceed into those, and have that go off, and then you can also bring out a Blue Eyes, and it'll be special summoned. Card Destruction, pretty much self-explanatory. Gishkis and Heretics both work from the graveyard. It's a wonderful thing. This deck recycles really well, so you don't ever have to worry about running out against a mill deck. You have Compulsive Act Device. Helps you stay alive if anything goes awry. And you have 2 Calls of the Haunted. Lets you bring back 2 monsters just to help it run a little bit smoother. That's the main deck. It's 46 cards. Now let's take a visit to the extra deck that we have right now. First, we have 2 Photon Palpaloperatives. Once per turn, you can detach a material to change 1 defensive monster your opponent controls into face-up attack position. We're not sure on the rulings yet if the monster has to be in face-down position, but we're pretty sure that it can be either flipped up or face down, because that would suck if Raikou just happens to be flipped up and by this effect, and then you don't get to attack with it. If they're in defense and you just use this effect and drop it to 0, then you'll get a free 2100 on their life points. So there's those 2. Then you have Adrius and Tyrus. This is good for Esset and Nepthet to Exceed into. Then you have the Photon Strike Bouncer. This card, one of the most important in the entire deck. 6-star, use Watt-tail Dragon to go into it, and then you recycle. Pretty much its effect is on either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated, you can detach a material to negate the effect, and you don't get to destroy it. It just says negate, and then your opponent loses 1,000 life points. I'm not sure if this would work on an Infect Veiler. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it would, though. And then you have the number 25 Force Focus. Pretty much negates the effect. It's a beater. It's 6 stars. Really easy to go into. Then you have Heretic Dragon King of Adam. Lets you bring back a lot of your dragons from the grave or from your deck. Pretty much you're putting into the graveyard from your Exceed, material, and then you're getting return back from your deck. Be aware though, you can't attack the turn that you use this effect, but you're not really worried about that, because whenever you get out your material for the next succeed, you'll be able to use this guy, which is the sickest card about the Heretics. Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. 8-star Exceed Dragon. It only requires 2 level 8 monsters, and once per turn you can discard a material and any number of cards from your hand or field. It has to be monsters though. You can tribute those cards from your hand or from your field to destroy an equal number of cards on the field. This is really good because it works with their heretics in your hand and from the field, so you get their effects, you tribute them, you get another monster on the field, you get to exceed again. This is really good to use in your main phase 1 if you're going second, or if you just want to nuke their entire field, and then just get some more exceeds, then go into some more stuff, and then just beat the crap out of your opponent. That's pretty much what this deck does. It just screws over your opponent really fast. Another part about the Gishki side is you have Mind August, which can prevent your opponent from having cards in their graveyard. Its effect is when it's ritual summoned, you can shuffle 5 cards in either graveyard back into, or it's up to 5 cards in any graveyard back into the deck. So if they have like a Light Pulsar and a Dark Armed Dragon and some other junk in the graveyard that you're pretty worried about coming back, you can just send it back to the deck. Their deck is full again, and then they can't really draw into anything. Pretty much that's it on the Gishki Hieratic. The side in this deck could be the Soul Ogre and the Mind August. Also an extra Dragonic Tactics and a Blue-Eyed White Dragon, accompanied by a Bright Star Dragon. These are all great cards. We're still testing the best variant for this. So, listen in, watch for new videos that we're posting on updates for the deck. It'll be coming soon. That's it.